Hey guys, I'm Kay,
And I'm Lumi.
and welcome to Global Cosplay TV.
What we're wanting to do this year is to post up some videos about just some general cosplay discussion, what we think, is going to be happening, what's in and out, con discussion, things like that.
Some of them may be very lighthearted, some of them may be very in-depth.
We've all got a background story, we've all got a cosplay story, and so it's going to be about what cosplay means to you, as well as the people around you as well.
As well as we'd like to interview guests, well-known cosplayers, local cosplayers, as well as talk about the issues that might be happening around the world in terms of cosplay and con culture.
Yeah, definitely, and so I think it's quite exciting. Stay tuned, guys. Let's get started on our first video. So let's talk about the trends that we know are happening this year that we can see. For example, Suicide Squad's a very massively anticipated movie that's come out. So no doubt there's going to be so many cosplayers happening. I mean, we see it every year at every con really.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially every year there always seems to be a new Harley Quinn.
Yeah. And I think we've already seen it without the movie even coming out. People have only seen posters, or now there's been, trailers that are out. And so people are already cosplaying as Harley Quinn without even seeing the movie yet. And they've only seen this small character, or this small portion of this character.
Exactly.
Already on it. So I can definitely say we're going to be seeing a lot of Harley Quinn cosplayers for sure this year.
I'm totally looking forward to seeing some Jared Leto Jokers. I'm not convinced I'd see any Will Smith dead shots.
But then, that leads us to the next thing. Deadpool was also a massive movie that came out this year.
That's true.
Keeping it fun as well. Yeah, Deadpool is a mischievous kind of guy. I guess we could call him that. Well,
but he's also for the people that are huge fans, he does break the fourth wall, he does things that are outside of the law, but he's also respectful. So please keep that in mind.
That is a big thing, because last year at some cons we actually saw quite a few Deadpool cosplayers who weren't respectful. There was one going around pinching women's bums, and that's really bad. You're in a con environment, it doesn't matter if your character is smart ass or he does things like that. Be respectful of the people around you, because at the end of the day they're not playing characters that you are playing. That's your character, they're not part of your scene. So, just keep it respectful with whatever characters you're doing, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't just have to be Deadpool or anything like that. So, I just think that that's really important. Because, I'm not saying you can't cosplay as these people. Do it, please do it, oh my goodness. And when you do cosplay, you're acting a part. But just be respectful about the people and all that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Since, in terms of cosplay trends, a lot of movies have just recently come out here in Australia. So obviously, we've had the Batman vs Superman that just recently came out, and as usual, there's always a lot of Batmans and a lot of Supermans at conventions. So that's definitely. But will we see the Ben Affleck version of Batman, or the actually forget the actor's name?
Well, it's really. It's always good though as well, because when there are constantly remakes or new movies coming out, the costume's actually always different.
Yeah.
You never see the same one. I guess even Iron Man has something different about his suit every time.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
the same with the Christopher Nolan Batmans, or the Christian Bale Batmans.
So it's always interesting, I guess, coming back to that respectful factor. Just because somebody's cosplaying as an Iron Man or a Batman from the early movies, and their outfit might be, I guess, a bit dated, because that's what it would have looked like to us now rewatching those movies. That doesn't mean that they're not wearing a good costume. That doesn't mean that they've gone a cheaper option or anything like that. They're still cosplaying, and they're doing it for the love of it. Yeah. No one cosplays because they have to and they're forced into it.
Cosplaying as a job, you definitely have to know your lows for the job, because it's not all about highs. It's not always. It's the same thing in terms of anything acting or whatever. If you say you're striving to be famous. It's not like that. There's a lot of hard work and effort involved in that. Whether it's just like keeping in shape or working hard at your craft, it's all about that.
Absolutely, and so it's just being respectful to each other. Let's just all feel the love, guys.
Yeah.
Because no one likes dressing or getting into their cosplay. And, they've done the best that they can, whether they've made it or bought it. They've just done what they could. And so to get negative feedback, be told that they're not perfect because one little thread's out of place, or that's not the right yellow, but it should be one shade lighter or one shade darker. Like, come on, guys.
Or at least,
let's work good.
If you do have those kind of comments, please just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, no one needs to hear that kind of feedback. Like, like I said, we're all in it for fun. We're all having a great time. Let's keep it at that. Let's not ruin somebody's day because you got to be perfect. Or because, the people that, especially for, I guess, non-cosplayers, those tend to be the people that are the critics the most towards cosplayers.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't stand that. This person has gone and they've spent 2 weeks making this costume for one person who has never cosplayed in their life, doesn't even know what a sewing machine is, can go, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that thread is out of place. You're clearly not trying hard enough. Nah, whatever.
Yeah,
Can't stand that. It's just
ridiculous.
It's sad because it's such a huge community and it's so uplifting. I know that as part of the cosplay community in Melbourne, everyone's actually very uplifting towards each other. There's no one. I haven't really seen many negative comments at all. It's all been, I'm really unsure. I don't know how. I'm not too sure how to do this. I'm scared it's gonna look crap. You got people coming and going, nah, just do it. Do it the way you want. That's you. Be yourself.
Yeah.
But trying to keep this an uplifting first segment, we will delve more into, I guess, that kind of side of cosplay a bit later down the track. We don't want to spend this whole time talking about what's uplifting and what's degrading or negative or anything like that. No. That's for another time. Let's keep going on. Keeping it positive.
All right. So, along the lines of other movies that have just come out, Zootopia just came out.
Yes.
And already, it's been out for quite some time over in the US, but we've only just recently had it because it's the Easter weekend, and because the main character is a bunny. So, it came out a week.
I love Zootopia. I haven't seen it yet, but I love what they've done with the animals that are in it. So I'm actually quite excited to see the cos.
It's such a good movie. So I'm really keen to see some cute cosplays out of it. Just see some cute foxes of Nicholas, or see a whole bunch of buddies. Judy Hop, that'd be so cute. Even oh man, this is I think it's a chihuahua or something.
Oh,
but
stop.
because he's played by can't remember the actor's name, but he's got a very deep voice. So you got that little character with a super deep voice, and it's just hilarious.
Bringing it back to cosplay.
But yes.
So very looking forward to it.
Yeah.
On that, we hope that when there are cosplays of these animals, let's try to. It's one thing to cosplay as an animal, but if you're trying to keep it relevant, I guess that's just what it is. Keep it relevant to it. You'd hate for a whole Mean Girls scenario when they did the Halloween party where they're like, oh, what are you? I'm a mouse, duh. No, you don't want to be that. You don't want that to happen to you at a con.
But you'd be surprised.
So yeah, you just don't want it to be, I mean, when you cosplay as a character, obviously sometimes the character might be quite out there and different and you're not recognisable, and that's understandable. But I think if you're going for an animal out of something like a Zootopia, you want it to kind of be obvious that that's what you're going for. You don't want it to be the whole Mean Girl scenario like that.
I guess, but there are several anime series, comics, and stuff like that where it just legitimately looks like a normal character with just ears on.
Which that I can understand, but Zootopia is obviously not that. So I mean, we've had a few people that who have cosplayed already as characters from there. Local artists and cosplayed Gazati art girls.
Yep.
There's the twins from Melbourne. amazing cosplay. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check out their Facebook page and Instagram. They've done an amazing job. And these two girls, they've always had a huge impact, I think, on the way, since I've known them, they've definitely had a huge impact in the way I've seen artists with cosplay. Because what they do is they don't just put on the costume. They deck out their makeup. They do everything possible to get into the character. If you haven't checked out their Facebook or Instagram, please do it. These girls are amazing. They recently brought out news that they were actually asked to help out on the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U game, which is a huge accomplishment. These are local girls to us, so that's like, I couldn't think of anyone better to work on it. I mean, again, if you haven't seen their cosplays, you might not know of how amazing their Link and Ganondorf. I always get confused between Gandalf and Ganondorf, so please don't slay me. So, if you haven't seen those characters, those are the first two characters that I've ever actually seen them cosplay as. I didn't really know of them before I saw them at PAX with that. But oh my god, when I first saw them...
Yeah, I've known them for a very long time, so...
it was the best thing. And like, we've got photos as well, so check out our Facebook page if you want to first see them, and there'll be links to them. We'll put a link in to their Facebook page in the description below, so please check that out as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just nice to see the local people making it into something big, like something that could start from cosplay and the love of cosplay and games and makeup and all that has just sent them on something so cool.
Yeah.
You know, their names are in the credits, like, I'm so happy
insane.
for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely really good to see something like that come out of this as well. So yeah, well done girls. Very proud of you.